Hello everyone and welcome to the Sky channel. So we are in a Barren Land and it is quite an interesting Barren Land matchup that I wanted to share with everyone. So in the red camp we have us, Sky, we have DMC and KoL. While in the blue camp we have KTA, TGM and SYZ. Now just a disclaimer, I don't plan on sharing any camp secrets or any private discussions, of course, that can put the camp in jeopardy. My allies have been extremely kind and actually voted for us to be the camp leader, something that I take as a great honor, and of course I have no intention of breaking their trust. What I will be sharing is public information that anyone can check at any time, and of course information that has been revealed publicly and is not technically a secret that only me or the other leaders of our camp know. But of course there's a lot that can interest you, and that's exactly why I'm making this video, so you can check it out as if you are in this island yourself. Let's start with our camp. Alright, so you probably already know the Sky Alliance. We have several players that can be considered whales, strong players with a very high level insect and very high stats. For example, there's Ukron with 10 billion kills, and by the way, his kills are less compared to how much they should be because he's been at Sky very long. And the fun fact is that I have always focused on winning through diplomacy instead of war, so the longer somebody has been in Sky, their kills are much lesser than people who joined more recently. Of course, he's not the only one. There's Killer Ants and there's actually a bunch of others. Silverstone, of course, everyone probably knows about him. Vlad as well, and of course we have some in R3 as well, but it's better to keep some stuff secret and keep things interesting. Now let's move over to DMC. Everyone probably knows about the DMC R5. Now when you just open up his profile, you can already see that this person means business. Almost 73 billion kills, and of course that's probably one of the highest number that I've ever seen. That by itself indicates that he is extremely strong, and of course he sticks around in fights very long because, well, if he was inactive, he wouldn't have 73 billion kills. You can already see the medals. These are very interesting medals, K-Floor 650, level 50, reforms, right? And of course this is the best insect one, so that's also pretty cool. And I'm sure everyone has seen him fight and everyone knows that he can actually pack a very large punch. And of course, if you go over to the leadership team, you can see that they actually do fight a bunch as well, and you can see all those interesting medals. So it's not only the R5 who's a great fighter, there are many others in the alliance that do seem to be quite focused on the fighting. And of course, as it goes, it's not only the R4 and R5 that know how to fight. A bunch of others in the lower ranks also seem to be pretty advanced in their combat skills. But I guess this is something that everyone probably knows. DMC is a very well-known name, and it should be no surprise that they have a lot of fighters. Let's go to King of Legends, run by Robot. And well, everyone in our server range knows about Robot because, well, he has quite a bit of a brand, and a lot of people have tried him in the mines, and well, his stats are pretty high. You can see his defeats are also pretty high, 64 billion. That's a very high number, and of course he packs a major punch. As you can imagine, KoL has a lot of other strong players as well. Ripcuts recently joined, also a very strong account. He is one of the strongest players that I have seen as well, so definitely going to be packing a major punch. And then of course there are others, as you can see. Fuel, he has 36 billion. There's AD, which I guess stands for Abu Dhabi, also a very strong account. And then Soul, 30 billion, all the fancy medals, a big punch from there as well. MC, 22 billion as well, and I've heard his name quite often. He is actually a very strong account as well. And as you can imagine, there are other ranks that are also pretty strong, so KoL as well packs a major punch. Then there's KTA, an alliance that is also pretty tough. The account that I've heard of the most is this Wolf. You can see by the 56 billion kills that he definitely does pack a punch, and I've also seen his Pangolin 130 million score, so he is definitely going to be a very strong contender from the blue camp. Of course, it's not just him. There are others like the leader Polar Bear, as you can see, 26 billion kills, and among the other R4s are also others that are 10 billion or close, so we can expect a pretty high damage coming from these players. So definitely a big punch is going to come from the KTA. As we can see, they do have a lot of very strong players. TGM, another great alliance and another strong one. In their case, the most well-known player would be Twilight. I've heard that Twilight's stats are outstandingly high, and I do remember seeing a Groundhog score of 4.5 billion. If that doesn't scare you, well, you are probably a very brave person. So I can expect a lot of action coming from Twilight. Of course, Twilight is not the only strong player in their alliance. Their alliance has a lot of other strong players as well. And if you were to just scroll over and go through the list, you'll notice that a lot of people have a lot of kills. And I'm using the indication of kills as a way to tell that these people actually know how to fight and actually fight really hard. It's not the most accurate way because, as I mentioned before, there are some special cases, but generally it can be considered a reasonable way of finding out how strong an alliance is. So TGM, another very strong alliance that can pack a major punch. Then last one is SYZ, and I don't really know a lot about their alliance, so a lot of it is going to be assumptions. I can feel that they do have a lot of strong players in their alliance, people who know how to fight, and my assumption is they're going to be extremely active as well. I have heard about Kabbalah. I believe he was in another top alliance before and was one of the high performing players, meaning that he had a lot of kills from the islands, which means that this player is definitely going to be one of those high performing players in this one as well. But as you saw, that there are a lot of others that do seem to be fairly strong and potentially powerful whales that could make a very large impact. So that is basically an overview of our camps and potentially the strongest players that I assume are going to be up there in the kill rankings very soon. Now, if we were to go over the map, DMC is at the north side of the red camp. Then there is Sky that is in the middle. And then there's KoL that is in the bottom. If you go on the other side, in the bottom is the KTA alliance. In the middle is the SYZ. And at the top is the TGM. In just about a little over a day, the north and south clashes are going to unlock and the battles are going to begin. And that's when we are going to have a lot of fun. And of course, if you're interested, I can keep you guys in the loop on how things are coming along in our island. If you're interested, leave a comment below and I can try to make a few highlight videos for you, keep them interesting and short so you can actually get the most value in the minimum amount of time, and keep up to date on how this Barren Land is coming along. And since I still have you here, I do want you to know that you can get between 10 to 35% bonus on in-game purchases in the Ants Underground Kingdom. All you need to do is follow the steps in the video that I'm sharing in the description below to find out how you can avail these amazing bonuses. There's also additional bonus days, and for the month of May, we're looking at 14th and 28th May, where you get a 5% extra bonus from your base bonus. Use the Sky6 promo code, and on that day, your minimum bonus is going to be 15%, so definitely don't miss that. Thank you so much for watching. Please like the video, please subscribe to our channel, and I hope to see you in the next one.